أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome everyone to Friday's class. Jazakumullah for your attendance and your punctuality. May I have a student on the mic for reading the opening dua, please?
Yes, I'm going to give mic to the 1110.
A111.
0.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, darling. You are Tifl A1110.
Yes.
Yes, well done, mashallah. Okay, you can see the screen where we have the dua written.
Yes.
Yes, okay, excellent. And can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, well done. Okay then, so we are going to start as we always do by asking Allah for His help and His assistance in our learning. And would you like me to lead you in the dua, or would you like to read by yourself? Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Tifl A1110. Discipline in charge. I think we may have lost that student. May we have another student, please?
Yes, I'm going to give mic to A1125.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, darling. Are you Tifl A1125?
Yes.
Excellent, mashallah. And can you see the screen in front of us where the dua has been written?
Yes.
Excellent. And you can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, mashallah, well done. Okay then, would you like me to read the dua and you follow, or would you like to read by yourself?
Read by myself.
Okay, excellent, well done. Don't forget the Dawood beforehand, okay? And it's this dua here that starts with Rabbana, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.
Mashallah, very, very nice. Excellent reading. Okay, and if you could read the English translation afterwards, please.
Our Lord accept from us, for you are all hearing, all knowledge, all Baqarah. 128.
Excellent, mashallah. Very, very nice reading. Yes, this is a dua that you will find in Surah Al-Baqarah, and the verse number in which you'll find it is 128. Okay, Jazakumullah, sweetheart, for your help, and we'll hear from you again, inshallah, another time. Okay, Allah Hafiz. Okay, a quick reminder to everybody about our etiquettes. Everyone should have their heads covered. Everybody should be in a state of wudu. You should pay attention to the cleanliness of your mouth. No videos should be on, and you should have signed in with correct ID. If you find yourself suddenly in the waiting room, check the status of your video and your ID, and then you'll be readmitted, inshallah. May I also ask everyone to refrain from putting their hands up on the participants list. We have, as teachers, a list of students that we wish to call to the mic. And this has been organized so that everybody gets a chance to be called to the mic. But when students put their hands up on the participants list, the list moves around in such a way that it becomes really difficult to find anybody on the list because it gets jumbled up. So if I could ask everyone to refrain from putting up their hands, and I'm going to clear the list so that everybody's hands is now down, okay? And if you could refrain, when I want everybody to put their hands up, I will advise you, okay? Jazakumullah for your cooperation. Okay, so today, inshallah, we're going to finish the lesson of assimilation that was started yesterday. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you all of what was done yesterday, because a lot of the things that were said do apply to today as well. So it'll act as a reminder, and it'll also act as an introduction to those that may have been absent yesterday. Okay, so yesterday you were taught about assimilation and idgham. Idgham means to merge and assimilate. Merge means to take two things and to join them together to make them into one. Okay, so merge is just another way of saying taking two things and putting them together so that they become one thing. Assimilate means to take something and then to blend it with something else, and to mix it and blend it so that either it's completely absorbed into each other, or you can still have elements of both that you can either see or hear. Okay, so idgham means to merge, to join things together, and to assimilate, which means to absorb something either completely or partially. Many words of the Holy Quran bear a quiescent letter between a mutaharik and a mushaddad letter. Okay, so let me just remind you, quiescent letter. This is just another way of saying sakin letter, and I will show you here. Here is a sakin letter, okay? So a quiescent letter is just another way of saying a sakin letter. Okay. A mutaharik letter, here, a quiescent letter between a mutaharik and a mushaddad letter. A mutaharik letter is simply a letter which has a stroke. So here, is a meme with a kasra. This is a mutaharik letter, a letter with a stroke. It can be any stroke, it just happens to be a kasra on this one. A mushaddad letter is like here, a letter that carries a tashdid. Here we have an example of a quiescent letter in between a mutaharik and a mushaddad letter. Okay, so that's all those terms, that's all that they mean. Now, such letters are assimilated in accordance with the rules of recitation. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that when you come across in the Quran Majid, when inshallah you'll be reading it, when you come across a situation where you see a sakin letter like here, and it's sitting right next to a mushaddad letter like here, you have to read this in such a way that the rules of recitation are not broken. Now, when you first see this, you may think, okay, this is a sakin letter, I've got to join it with the previous letter, so this should be read as a min. Then you see that there's a mushaddad letter, and then you may think, oh, okay, I've got to join that in as well, and oh, I remember now, a mushaddad letter, you have to press down hard on it, and you have to really stress the sound. So, okay, how will I read this? Oh, I will read this as min la. Or you may, make the stress on the lam and say min la. That's what you may think is how you read that. But that would be incorrect. There are rules of recitation that apply when you see a quiescent letter sitting in between a mutaharik and a mushaddad letter. Now, yesterday, you were taught about one of those rules, and that rule yesterday was this one, idgham kamil. Okay, and I'm just going to go through briefly, in a simple way, what you should have understood from the lesson yesterday. If lam or ra mushaddad appear after noon sakin or tanween, no nasal sound will be assimilated into the next letter. Only one stroke of tanween will be used in assimilation. Okay, now there's a lot of things that have been written there, so I'm going to break it down into everything into bit by bit. Okay, so let's look at, first of all, if a lam mushaddad appears after a noon sakin. Okay, let's just look at that. And here, in this word here, we have an example of that. We have a noon sakin and we have a lam mushaddad appearing straight afterwards. Idgham kamil tells us that no nasal sound is going to be produced. In other words, the noon is going to be dropped. So the way that you would read this would be as if the noon isn't there. Milladunka. Milladunka. You can see underneath in green how it would be written if it was written in the way that you actually read it. Notice that there is no noon written there at all. Now this is just for you to understand how to pronounce the letter. In the Quran Majid you will see it written like this. But the thing to remember is you see a noon sakin and straight afterwards a lam mushaddad. The gham kamil applies, you drop the noon. Milladunka. Okay, let's look at another example when a ra mushaddad appears after a noon sakin. And we have one here. There is the ra mushaddad. There is the noon sakin. The ra mushaddad appears straight after the noon sakin. The same rule of idgham kamil applies. You drop the noon. So this would be read as mir rabbihim, mir rabbihim. And underneath you can see how it would be written if you were to write it as you read it. Okay, notice that the noon has been dropped here. In the Quran Majid, it will actually be written as this. But the thing that you've got to remember is you've seen a noon sakin, you've looked at the letter straight afterwards, it happens to be a ra mushaddad, you drop the noon and you read it as mir rabbihim. Okay. Let's look at when you see a tanveen. Okay, tanveen. Now tanveen is just another way of saying Zamatain, Fathatain, Kasratain. Tanveen is just a universal word that applies if you see the double strokes. So this is a tanveen, this is a tanveen, and this is also tanveen. Okay, so it's just another way of saying either Zamatain or Fathatain and even Kasratain. So let's look at when we see a lam mushaddad appearing straight after a tanveen. Idgham kamil tells us only one stroke of tanveen will be used. So here, in this example here, we have an example of tanveen and lam mushaddad happening straight afterwards. What you do is you drop the nasal sound. You drop the sound that is accompanying the Zamatain. So instead of reading this as khayrun lakum, you drop the noon sound. You read it as if there was only a Dhamma there. Okay, just a single Dhamma. So this would be read as khayrul lakum, khayrul lakum. And underneath you can see how it would be written if it was written in the way that you actually read it. Notice that there's only a Dhamma there. There isn't a Dhammatain. Okay? In the Quran Majid, it will be written as this. The thing you've got to remember is you've seen a tanveen, straight afterwards is a lam mushaddad, idgham kamil applies. You drop one of the signs here and you read it as if it was a normal Dhamma. Khayrul lakum. And the last thing that's covered in this particular rule here is if a ra mushaddad appears after tanveen. And here we have one example here. Okay, we have a tanveen here, and straight afterwards we have a ra mushaddad. Actually, let me use this example here. Okay, yes, here we have a tanveen and we have a ra mushaddad straight afterwards. idgham kamil will apply. We drop one of the dhammas here, okay, so that's just a normal single dhamma, and we read it like this. Ra'ufur Rahim. Ra'ufur Rahim. Underneath is a typo, okay. We have got the dhammatain still written there. That should not be there. It should be a single dhamma. So in your hard copy that you may have at home, cross Tipex out one of the dhammas, okay? So that is just a single dhamma there, okay? The important thing to notice is that when you see a tanween and a ra mushaddad afterwards, idgham kamil applies. You drop the sound. You act as if it's just a single stroke, and you read it as Ra'ufur Rahim. Okay, and that is all idgham kamil is. Okay, if a lam or ra mushaddad appear after nun sakin or tanween, no nasal sound will be assimilated into the next letter. Only one stroke of tanween will be used in assimilation. Okay, now if I could just check with the discipline in charge, you can hear me fine?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So that means that these students should also be able to hear me. Okay, now that was what was happening yesterday, and today we're going to move on to idgham naqis. Okay, and this is what we're going to be practicing today. Okay, now I see that some students have got their hands up, and if there's a reason for you to have your hands up, then we could call you to the mic and ask you. If there is no reason, please put your hands down, okay? Because it makes the list move around in a way that is unfair to the other students. Now I'm going to go back to the opening paragraph and remind you again here, okay, where we are, okay? Assimilation lesson 20. And we've covered idgham kamil yesterday, and today we're going to be looking at the second category, okay, from here onward, idgham naqis, which is partial assimilation. The sound of the quiescent letter is pronounced to some extent. Okay, so let's just go back to where the exercise is and demonstrate what that will do. Idgham naqis. Here we have meme. This is a typo. In your hard copy at home, please Tipex this out and write wow, W-A-O, wow. There has been a typing error, and this should read as wow mushaddad. Okay, so idgham naqis, if ya or wow mushaddad appear after nun sakin or tanween, assimilation will take place with a 2-second nasal sound. Only one stroke of tanween will be used in assimilation. Now again, there's lots and lots of things that have been written there. Let me go through each of them one by one. Let's look at when we're looking at a ya mushaddad straight after a nun sakin. And we have such an example here, ya mushaddad straight after a nun sakin. When you see this in the Grammar Jeed, you may think, okay, there's a nun sakin, we've got to join it, oh, that will be a min. Then we've got this ya, and so we've then got to join this in somehow. How do we join this in? And you may read it as min yo, which would be incorrect. There is a rule that applies, and the rule that applies is idgham naqis. And idgham naqis tells us that when we have a ya mushaddad straight after a nun sakin, partial assimilation occurs, where the nun sakin sound is sounded out to a certain extent. And this is how it will sound, okay? There's a meme, a noon, a ya, a waw, and a meme here, okay? And when we read them together, this is how it will sound. Mi yo min. Mi yo min. The noon sakin isn't pronounced as a full noon, but it isn't dropped either. is partially there and it's blended into the ya in such a way that you can hear partly the noon sound, okay? And again, mi yo min. That's what you do when you see a ya mushaddad straight after a noon sakin. If you see, now you'll have to sort of imagine it, a waw mushaddad that appears straight after a noon sakin. Let's look at an example. Where have we got one? Here we are. Okay, here is a waw mushaddad straight after a noon sakin. When we see a waw mushaddad straight after a noon sakin, idgham naqis applies. Partial assimilation applies. The noon sound will be manifested to a certain extent. In this particular word here, the way that it will sound is min waraqatin, min waraqatin. The noon sound isn't completely dropped, but it isn't completely manifested. It's read to a certain extent. Min waraqatin. Okay, so let's move on to when tanween is involved. And we look at the case where ya mushaddad appears straight after tanween. And let me find, here we are. Here is an example of a ya mushaddad straight after a tanween. Okay, in this case it happens to be a kasratain. The same thing applies. You see a ya mushaddad straight after a tanween. The noon sound that is part of the tanween is manifested to a certain extent. And this is how this one would read, okay? Ta'irin yatiru. Ta'irin yatiru. The noon sound isn't completely dropped, but it isn't fully manifested. It's only partly there. And similarly, with a waw mushaddad, if a waw mushaddad appears after tanween, and we have an example here, waw mushaddad appearing straight after tanween, which happens to be a fathatain. Okay? Again, you see a waw mushaddad straight after tanween, idgham naqis applies. The noon sound is manifested partially. And this is how this particular combination will sound. Waliyan wala, waliyan wala. Okay, now that was a fair amount of explanation. We've used up a fair amount of the class, but it's important to explain those things so that when you practice at home, you can actually have a go and apply the rules. Now, we will move straight on to having a student on the mic, if we can, please.
I'm going to give mic to N1210.
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. How are you, darling?
I'm fine.
Excellent, mashallah. Okay, so let's have a go at reading, hopefully the first line. Start here, if you can. And I've explained the rules, and there's nothing that should appear in this lesson that you haven't been taught. So have a go, and then I will correct you if I need to.
Min yawmin.
Okay, well done. Okay, now I've just been talking about idgham naqis, where it's partial assimilation. And in partial assimilation, you have to look out for a ya mushaddad straight after a noon sakin, which is what's going on here. And when you see that, you have to say the noon sound, but you can't say it as a proper noon sound. You have to do it only half. And the way it would sound is like this, darling. Me. Have a go.
Mi yawmin.
Okay, well done. Okay, and again, min yawmin.
يوم.
Well done, well done. It doesn't take very long, but that sound will come through. Okay, excellent. Let's move on to this one here.
وليجا.
Yes, excellent. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you actually managed to make the sound, which is the focus of the lesson today. Excellent. Let's work through this. Yeah, you recognize this is a wa. Then we've got a lam that joins on to the ya because the ya is a mushaddad here. Okay, so we go wali.
Wali.
Well done. Wali.
Wali.
Well done, because you have to make the contact with the ya sound because it's mushaddad. Then we do the joining of the ya mushaddad with the wa mushaddad and we go yaw.
Yo.
Well done. Wali yaw.
Wali. Yo.
Well done. Wala.
Wala.
Excellent. Wali yaw. Wala.
Wali. Yo. Wala.
Excellent. Well done. Okay. Let's move on to here. Have a go at this one. Well done. That was a very, very good attempt. And the thing that you did properly was notice that this is a mim mushaddad and the mim mushaddad is going to join onto the gaf mushaddad here. Okay. Have one more go and pay attention to, I think, the timings on those. Okay. Okay. Okay, no problem. Let's have a go and I'll lead you, okay? Kum. Ma. Akum. Ahum. Ahum. Well, akum ma'ahum. Well done. Okay. You just have to make sure that you pay attention to the timings. This is just a fatha for 1 second. This is here, again, just a fatha for 1 second. And this is an ayn, so the sound has to come from the middle of the throat. Ah. Okay. But again, it's one of those things that we can work on as we go along. Let's have a go at the next word.
Yashraka.
Well done, well done. One more go, and just make sure that you make the sound that this would make when you combine them. Okay, one more go.
Yashraka.
Excellent, well done. Your nasal sound is very, very good. Okay, and because she's faint, I'll just read this out for everybody as well. Ayushraka. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, that was very, very good reading by yourself. Okay, for yourself, I would recommend that you do practice on the ayn sound. Okay, it comes from the middle of the throat. Okay, Jazakumullah, sweetheart. If I can have another student.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah.
So the next student is A1101.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so we have some pretty long combinations going on here. Have a go at this one, and I will correct if I need to.
Mu'minum mu'mina nawadiyatun.
Okay, well done. Okay, let's work on just this little bit here. Okay, this is a noon with a fatha, so this is a na. Repeat after me. Na.
Na.
Okay. Here we have a tanween. Straight afterwards is a waw mushaddad. And the way that we read those together is we make a partial nasal sound. And we read it like this. Tewa.
Tewa.
Well done. Very, very nice. Okay. So if we just go back to the noon. Na tewa.
Na tewa.
Well done. Okay. Now that was the bit that you got slightly off. Everything else you read properly. So let's see if you can fit that in with everything else.
Mu'minatin wa diyatun.
Okay, well done. One more go, but pay attention to the timings on this one here. The dal with the kasra.
Mu'minatin wa diyatun.
Excellent, excellent. That was really good. Very, very nice. You know all the rules. I would just have extended the tun for a little bit longer, but otherwise that was very, very, very nice. Let's move on to here. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. You still there? Discipline in charge. I think we may have lost that student. Maybe have another one.
Yes, the next student is N1209.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, darling. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. If you just bear with me, discipline in charge. If the other student comes back into the class, I think he may have just lost connection. Please give him the mic again, okay? So that he has a chance to read more. Okay, sweetheart, if you can have a go at reading this particular word here.
Yadiru.
Well done, well done. Okay, that was very, very nice, okay? Let's just work on the sound that the do makes, okay? It's a thick and heavy sound. You round your mouth, okay? It's all got a dot, okay? A disjointed letter and no, sorry, I've done, what am I saying there? Okay, this is a madde kabira. Okay, this is a madde kabira sign, and you would put this earlier on in the week, okay? And we extend that for about 4 seconds at this stage, okay? So
Okay.
repeat after me with a thick and heavy sound. Do,
To.
iriya,
Irinja.
do, iriya,
To. Irinja.
diru,
Tiru.
do, okay? Diru.
Tiru.
Okay, you'll have to work on the thickness and the heaviness of this sound here, okay? It's a do, so you have to read it as a thick and heavy sound. Diru.
Tiru.
Okay, we'll work on that, okay? Do, iri, ya, diru.
To. Irinja. Tiu.
Okay, don't extend the ru for longer than 1 second, okay? It's just a normal dhamma, so it's 1 second. One more time. Do, iri, ya, diru.
To. Irinja. Tiru.
Excellent, well done. Okay, let's have a go at the next one here.
Falamatun mu'minatun.
Okay. Let's break this down, okay? And let's just work on the first lot of black highlighted letters here, yeah? Wa,
Va.
la,
La.
wala,
Vala.
a,
A.
wala, a,
Vala. A.
ma,
Ma.
wala, ama,
Vala. Ma. A.
and again.
Vala. Ama.
Excellent, well done. Now we'll look at this, okay? We have a mim mushaddad and it's got to be joined onto the ta with the dhammatain. And the way that that's joined is tum.
Tum.
Excellent, well done. Tum.
Tum.
Well done. Let's join up to here now, okay? Wala amatum.
Wala amatum.
Well done. Wala amatum.
Wala amatum.
Well done. Mi,
Mi.
na,
Na.
mina,
Mina.
minatun.
Minatun.
And then now, having made all the correct sounds, see if you can put them all together.
Wala amatum. Muminatun.
Okay, excellent. Okay, it's how old are you, sweetheart?
8.
8, mashallah, lovely, lovely. Okay, when you're so young, it's actually sometimes quite difficult to keep your breath. But inshallah, with time and with practice, you'll get bigger lung capacity. Okay, so you'll be able to read this a little bit more fluently. Repeat after me, Hannah. Okay, wala amatum mu'minatun.
Wala amatum. Muminatun.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, don't forget that when you've got a tanveen, like here, okay, for now, when it's on its own, you have to extend the sound for 2 seconds, okay? Dun.
Tun.
Excellent. Okay, let's have a go at this word here.
Yukia.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we are actually learning about idgham naqis today. Okay, so if you see a ya mushaddad straight after a noon sakin, the noon sakin isn't said fully as a noon, and it isn't dropped either. It's half said. So here, what this will sound like is I. Well done. I. Okay, you have to get the sound that the alif with the fatha makes. You have to get a little bit of noon, and you have to join it with the ya. Okay, there's no noon at the end. Okay, it's just a na ya that's going to be joined in a partial manner, and it should sound like this. I. Well done, that's it. And then we carry on. This is a waw madda. It's a waw with a sukoon on the top, and before it is a dhamma. So this is a waw madda. Okay. You.
Kia.
That's a tricky combination, isn't it? You've got to get the qaf from the top of your throat and at the very back of your throat, a thick and heavy sound. And then you've got to get the ayn, which comes from the middle of your throat. And to get them together requires practice, okay? So it's not, it's understandable if you're going to find it a little bit difficult, but practice, okay? So one more time.
Kia.
Excellent, well done. Jazakumullah sweetheart for your help. Okay, very nice reading. Another student, please.
So I'm going to give mic again to A1101 because we lost connection.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. A1101.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, darling. Okay, if you just bear with me, if everyone could lower their hands, please, okay? You can't see it, but as teachers, our screen does go quite bizarre when everybody puts their hands up, okay? It becomes very difficult to choose students. Okay, sweetheart, can you have a go at reading this word here?
لن يجعل الله
Excellent. Well done. That was very nice. You had all the basics there. Okay. Let's have another go to make it a bit more fluent. Yeah. Nun sakin and a ya mushaddad. Okay, yeah. If you just let me explain, sweetheart, yeah. Nun sakin, ya mushaddad straight afterwards. Idgham naqis applies. The noon is not dropped, nor is it said fully. It's just half said. Lai
لن
and yaj.
يجعل الله
Excellent. Well done. And one more time, see if you can get it all the way through fluently.
لن يجعل الله
Excellent. Well done. Okay. Next one here.
سكننا
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Here we have a tanveen. We have a waw mushaddad here. Okay. Idgham naqis will apply. The noon and the waw are going to be joined. Okay. But the tanveen is going to be changing to just a single fatha. And when we join it, it's going to be like this. Sakanawa.
سكننا
Excellent. Well done. One more time, and just make sure that the wa is a very distinct sound, that you don't get a h at the end of it, okay? Sakanawa.
سكننا
Excellent. Well done. And this one?
من يخافه
Excellent. That was very nice. All the basics were there. Repeat after me, although you did actually read that very, very nice. Man yakhafuhu.
من يخافه
Excellent. Well done. And one more time by yourself.
من يخافه
One more time, but pay attention to the timing on this, okay?
من يخافه
Okay, well done. Very nice reading, okay? It's very important to pay attention to the timings on everything, okay? When we make the nasal sound here, it's for 2 seconds. When there's a madda, and here is an alif madda. It's an alif, it has no schoon on the top. It's an alif before it is a fatha letter, okay? And that makes this an alif madda. This is also for 2 seconds. Here we have an inverted dhamma. That's also for 2 seconds. Now, if you repeat after me and notice the timings, everybody, yeah? Man yakhafuhu.
من يخافه
Well done. Okay, we can work on our timings, okay? We are all young and we're still developing our breaths, okay? Have a go at this one here, darling.
عذابا من
Okay, here we have a noon sakin and there's a meme before it, okay? There's nothing happening afterwards, so we have to treat this as a normal noon, okay? Noon sakin. We join this as a min.
من
Okay, well done. Have another go.
عذابا من
Well done, well done. That was very nice reading. Nice timing there on the end. This is a vowel sound, okay? And you pronounce it as if you're saying the word the. So just the sound at the beginning. So when you read this in the Arabic way, it would be عذابا من. And again, darling. Oh, I think we've lost him again. Okay, not to worry. If I may have another student.
So the next student is N1215.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Okay, if I can have another student.
N1207.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so have a go at reading this word here, sweetheart.
ميلة وحدة.
Okay, well done. Have another go. Pay attention to the timings on this, okay?
ميلة وحدة.
Okay. Just read this end letter here, okay? This one here.
طن.
Okay, well done. Yes, it's a fathatain. Okay, so it should sound like that. Dun.
طن.
Okay. Say as if it was spelled like with a UN at the end. Okay. Dun.
طن.
Well done. Okay. Now then, here we have an alif, and before it is a fatha. This is an alif madda. This means that when you read the wa, you actually extend the sound for 2 seconds, okay? So this will be a wa.
Wa.
Okay, well done. Now have another go at reading this. Pay attention to the timings on this fatha, 1 second, the timings on this alif madda for 2 seconds, and then this pronounced as tan.
Okay. ميلة واحدة.
Okay. Okay, if you repeat after me and notice the timings that I'll keep, okay? I'm going to read the la here for 1 second, the taun for 2 seconds, the wa for 2 seconds, and then at the end, the nonation sound that I'll make will also be for 2 seconds. Now repeat after me, but pay attention to the timings. Mailatan wahidatan.
ميلة واحدة.
Okay. Okay, I think everybody heard, okay? And when you are reading long combinations, it's quite easy to know what you're reading. You know that everything has its own timing and you know what the timing is. But when you're putting it together, it just, it doesn't come out, okay? So you need to break it down. Maila.
ميلة.
Well done. Mailatan wa.
ميلة
Hidatan.
واحدة.
Mailatan wahidatan.
ميلة واحدة.
Okay, not to worry, okay? Over the weekend when you're practicing, use a mobile phone and record yourself, okay? And then you'll be able to listen to yourself as you follow the letters again, and you'll see if you've made any mistakes, okay? We'll move on to this one here.
Okay. لعب ولهو.
Okay, this is a sukoon, which I think you know, okay? Have another go.
لعب ولهو.
Okay, here we have a ha sakin. It's going to be joined to the lam, and it's going to be pronounced as this. Lah.
لا.
Well done. Wun.
لا.
Well done. Okay. And then here we go. La'i.
وإي.
Okay, don't worry, don't get stressed, darling, okay? You're learning, and these are difficult combinations, okay? And that's why I'm reading it quite slowly, okay? La'i.
وإي.
Well done. La'ibun wa.
لعب
Lahwun.
ولهو.
Excellent. Well done. Okay, now take your time. Don't get pressured, okay? You're learning. So, we're teaching and we'll help you, okay? Inshallah. La'ibun wa lahwun.
لعب ولهو.
Excellent, excellent. That's put a real smile on my face. Beautiful reading. Okay, now let's have a look at this big one here and see if you can have a go at this one.
بروج مشيدة.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know all the basics, okay? What you need to do is you need to slow down, okay? So let's follow after me, yeah? Bu.
Bu.
Buru.
Ru.
Jimmu.
Jim.
Buru jimmu.
Buru. Jim.
Shayya.
Shaya.
Shayyadatin.
Shayatatin.
Well done. Burujim mushayyadatin.
Buru. Jim. Shayatatin.
Excellent. That was lovely, lovely, lovely reading. Here.
Min. Min. Mawalaqatin.
Oh, that was such a beautiful qaf sound you made there. Very, very nice. MashaAllah. Okay, today's lesson is idgham naqis. When you see a waw mushaddad straight after a noon sakin, you don't pronounce the noon fully, you don't drop it, you make a half noon sound. This is how this will sound. Mimwa.
Mimma.
Well done. Okay, there's no meme sound here, okay? The meme is only here, okay? Mimwa.
Mimma.
Well done. Very nice. Okay. Raqatin.
Raqatin.
And we put it together. Min waraqatin.
Muraqatin.
Okay, that was very, very nice reading. Sweetheart, you've got all the right basics, okay? You know the rules. The only advice I'd give to you today is take it slow, okay? And put things together and then listen back to yourself after you've recorded on the phone. And then you'll see whether your timings will be right. But you have all the basics there, okay? And over the weekend, we'll assign some homework and you can practice. Jazakumullah. If I could have another student.
Excuse me.
Yes, darling.
I have one question. Every time it happened 3 times to me. Every time I get chosen, they mute me again.
Oh, no. Okay, when you say they, you're talking about us. And believe me, sweetheart, we wouldn't do it on purpose. Actually, this is one of the things I'm trying to make clear to the rest of the class. On your screen, all you're seeing is the lesson, okay? As a teacher and as the discipline in charge, we have lots of other information going on, especially with the participants. And when people put the videos on, it comes up. And when people put their hands up, this list moves around. And when we're trying to click on someone to give them the mic, because the list is moving, who we want to give the mic to, somebody else gets chosen. And sometimes, as people are putting their hands up and the discipline in charge is trying to clear the list, it may happen that they've clicked on you and muted you, okay? It's not done on purpose, sweetheart, okay? I can only ask everybody to please refrain from putting up their hands, okay? It will assist everybody in the class. Okay, sweetheart. Inshallah, we'll call you again to the mic another time, okay?
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. Another student, please.
The next student is A1113.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Excuse me, I'm still muted.
Assalamualaikum.
Welcome, Islam. Okay, discipline in charge. Walaikum salam, darling. Who am I speaking to?
A1113.
Okay. Okay, then so have a go at this one here, darling. That was very, very, very nice. Actually, that was a really good attempt. Okay, let's have a look at this one, okay? Waw mushaddad straight after tanveen. Idgham naqis applies. The noon sound that is normally with a tanveen is not said fully, nor is it dropped. It's partially sounded. So here, it will read as rumva.
Rumva.
Well done. And if you go back to the ta, taqarrumva.
Takarumva.
Well done. And if you read the beginnings of it and join it in, because you did read that properly.
Famastakarumva.
Okay, okay. Repeat after me, darling, okay? This is a dhamma here, okay? Famustaqarrumva.
Famastakarumva.
Okay, well done. Let's have a go at this one here.
Ratfingala.
Well done. Very nice. Okay, and here?
Yangwa.
Okay, that's fine, okay? This is a tanveen. This is a waw mushaddad. Idgham naqis applies. The unsound that you would normally make with this tanveen, you don't say the noon fully, you don't drop it. You do a half noon sound. Here, in this little bit, we'll say anwa.
Anwa.
Well done. Shia anwa.
Here anwa.
Well done. Okay. Now repeat after me. We're coming to the end of our lesson. So stay with me and I'll read through the rest so that everybody can have a go at practicing afterward at home, okay? Naba'im.
Naba'im.
Well done. Naba'im mustaqarrun.
Naba'im mustaqarrun.
Run.
Run.
Well done. Now stay with me, okay? Let's do the next line. Mawadda.
Mawadda.
Tuya.
Tuya.
Mawadda tuya.
Mawadda tuya.
Mawadda tuya.
Mawaddatun ya.
Tuya.
Tuya.
Laytani.
Laytani.
Mawadda tuya. Laytani.
Mawaddatun
It's a very long combination, okay? We will practice over the weekend, okay? Let's move on to this one, okay? Da niyatun wa.
Niyatun wa.
Da niyatun wa.
Niyatun wa.
Well done. Shayta.
Shayta.
Namma.
Namma.
Shaytanamma.
Shaytanamma.
Redan.
Redan.
Well done. Okay. And then shay'in wa.
Shay'in wa.
Excellent. Jazakumullah, sweetheart. Okay. Okay, if I could have all the students on mute. We are now coming to the end of our class and I will assign homework for tonight, which is to practice this exercise here, exercise 20.3. Take your time, okay? Don't rush through it. These things only come with practicing and taking things slowly and breaking things down bit by bit and putting them together as we demonstrated in the class. Tonight, practice exercise 20.3. Tomorrow, I would like you, as your homework, to practice up to, okay, this is a long exercise, exercise 19.2, up to about half of it, okay? And if you can possibly do half of it, that'd be fantastic. And if you could also go back to exercise 20.1 tomorrow, which was here, and that was Idgham Kamil that you did yesterday. If you could practice exercise 20.1, the whole of it on Saturday, and half of exercise 19.2. On Sunday, try and do more of exercise 19.2 and do all of exercise 20.3, which is what we were doing today. Now, time has run away, so what we're going to do is I will read the end dua and I will then close the class. If everybody could at home follow with me, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil azim. Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.